Hello, smart viewers. Welcome to Face with me, William, as always. And I'm gonna be discussing about variously interesting topics for this episode. And later on, I'm gonna invite a special guest for today also. And for this episode, I'm gonna discuss about, people have their own skills, their own specific skills according to their talents and how they can be powerful and great because of their, grace-given skills. And there are people who are, more interested into teaching and give learnings to other people and to learn new languages. So there are actually weird and funny ways about learning new languages. So here are some of the ways. So the first one is to stage a play. So it doesn't have to be a big production. Remember that the keyword to these tips is fun while learning. So stage a short play for a small audience you think you would enjoy, and then the other key point here is to stage a play in a completely different language, so preferably the one you're learning. So make use of the language while having fun in this simple activity. The second one is to go on a blind date. So one way to meet new people, have fun, and practice a new language all at once is through this unconventional trip. So go on a blind date with a native speaker and try practicing a few key phrases with them during your date. You can even go to a restaurant and try practicing your basic phrases while ordering. The third one is to cook a foreign dish. So important part of this exercise is to cook a dish in which instructions are written in another language. So this not only boosts your vocabulary, but it also helps you to, acquaint you with basic phrases and instructions. And to avoid any accidents, start out with minor dishes first. So you don't have to be able to cook grand meal yet. So just make sure you get the hang of the language. The next one's buy comics. So like children books, comics are also fun and easy to read, so and can also help you be more familiar with the language you're learning. So interesting storylines and appealing images won't make it look like a chore, but more of an engaging exercise that both appeals to your visual senses and helps you learn faster and better. So once you've gotten the hang of learning the language, overall will be much easier. And the last one is to explore your surroundings. So this one is for people who are traveling in another country to really test whether you've learned the language right. Head out of your cozy room and walk the streets. So you can ask the locals about facts and places in the area where it might be good, to stay and further immerse yourself in the culture. So just make sure you can find your way back later on. So those are interesting and funny ways to learn new languages, explore new places, like that. And for the next segment, I'm going to invite a special guest for today's episode related to, exploring and trying to bring motivation and inspiration, and curious about who is the special guest for today's episode. Be sure to stay tuned on Face to Face. Hello, smart viewers. Welcome back to Face with me, still William. And as I promised on the previous segment, I'm going to invite a guest which is related to the topic that I discussed before, which is involved, like learning and teaching. And here we have our special guest for today's episode, Ivan Kabul. Hello.
Hi, thank you for inviting me
here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe you can share about your latest activities, that you've been doing recently.
Okay. At first, I'm still running my own business, which is in education, Visual Center. And for the last 2 months, I'm really grateful that I have an opportunity and a new responsibility for being the new element of the year 2018. So I'm very grateful and happy for it, for the new responsibility that allow me to share to more people about healthy lifestyle.
Oh yeah, maybe you can share about to the smart viewers and like the activities involved in, as you said before, you are running a business related to teaching. Maybe you can share some of that.
Okay, so Visual Center is kind of tuition, but I better to say it like youth center.
Oh, it's
because and I built it when I 10th grade at high school. Because
so you start at an early age.
Yeah, quite early age.
Yeah.
Because at that time I realized that my family got some problems because the effect of 1998 crisis.
Yeah.
So once my father told me, Ivan, you must do something now. Don't look about the money you'll get, but learn and love the process. Learn how is the feeling to get any achievements. Learn from your failure. But he said something that changed my life a lot. So he said, if you start now, you have 3 years in your high school, then you have another 4 years in your university. So when you graduated, you are 7 years ahead than your friends. So I think it is a good thing also, because at the time I also have admired some my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So I think if I can treat her warteg, let's say warteg, a cheap one, but if I can pay from my own money, it is a pride for me also, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I think and the opportunity come to me is to teach, to being a private teacher.
Oh, yeah.
So I started in 2007. I teach one student, which is my relatives. Then I'm continue it in my high school progress, and finally it kept growing. And one thing that I want to share from Visual Center is, if we talk about education, we are not only talking about what result will you get in the end year, but we are talking about creating Indonesian future leader that could stand in knowledge, skill, and character. So those three things are the pillars of Visual Center that we want to give an opportunity for every student to grow, not only in knowledge, but also in their skill, character, and fighting spirit.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you can share also, like, what are the activities that related to the 3 pillars that you mentioned? Like,
Yeah.
what are the efforts in bringing, upgrading their skills and like that? Like, what are the activities?
Okay. At Visual Center, so every student come not only learning subjects, their school subjects, but we have some facilities that they can also consume. Like we have sports center.
Oh, yeah.
They can playing table tennis or do some gym there.
Yeah.
Or at some public holiday, we also gather together to play basketball together, soccer together. So it is kind of activities that every student can come and join. Because one thing like this, to be the part of basketball team in their school, they must be capable to play basketball well. But maybe some people think that admiring from other side, they think that I want to join the basketball team, but I have not enough capability to join.
Yeah.
But maybe if we give the opportunity to them, it will be the turning point for them that increase their self-esteem, that contribute in their life. So I always say, hey, just come, join us, and feel the experience to be the basketball player. So our youth center is also have the basketball team, like this Spartans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Spartans is our mascot.
Yeah.
So to be the symbol of the fighting spirit.
Oh,
Gitu.
so
In other way, we have also music room for they playing music together and so on.
Oh, so let the students, like be who they are and find their passion.
Yeah.
They're not just like learning academically, but like, like searching for their hobbies, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We call it like every of us born with a fire, with a talent. So it is our responsibility to grow it, to take care of it, to improve it, and use it to be impact for other people.
Yeah, to give impact. And then, like as you mentioned before, maybe you have like some of like memorable moments, like involved in teaching or building the characters of the students. Maybe you can share some of the stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
The story is a few months ago. So there's one children that Regis come to Visual Center, and the condition is really makes me afraid, because he came from another city, not from Jakarta, and he came in Jakarta and joined one of the best school. I think it's a good achievement for him, but but actually when he tried to learn there, he was struggling.
Oh.
He was struggling and lost their self-esteem.
Yeah.
So I said to him, one thing that you must know when you join Visual Center, that you must have a fighting spirit. If your last test, your mark is 30, then your test, the next test you got 40, I'll be the first person that will congratulate you.
Oh.
Because I know that's a progress.
Yeah.
If we count statistically from 30 to 40, it's 30% increase, right?
Yeah.
It's for a business is a huge number of progress. And I said to him, if you get 100, I'll ask you from where you get this knowledge to get 30 and then 100 immediately.
Yeah.
So your surroundings maybe will say that, oh, you're still fail by your score, get 40. But for me, when you show your fighting spirit and you show your progress, you give your persistence, you give your heart in the process. That's the real meaning of a champion.
So that's the goal that the Visual Center need, trying to achieve it more than just like academic achievement.
Yeah.
It's more the mental and
something that they can bring in the future.
Yeah. Yeah. So the conversation is getting interesting, but we're gonna have to take a little break before. But you have to stay tuned to Face to Face. Hello, smart viewers. Welcome back to Face to Face. Still with me, William. And just before, before the break, we're inviting the special guest for today's episode, who is the winner of the New Element of the Year 2018, Ivan Kabul. And we're just, continuing our discussions about your involvement in Visual Center, which is, try to develop the students, the youth, not just from academic, but their skills and the characters also. And here we have some of your photos, your latest activities. Maybe you can take a look. Yeah, maybe you can share about this photo.
So It's one of the spots that Future Center have. Let's light our fire, Spartans. So it's one thing that I have mentioned to you before. That we always encourage every student to realize that we have a fire, we have a talent. You must take responsibility of it. You must grow it and make it impact to other people. So the spot is at the entrance of Future Center. So I hope when the student come into the youth center, they read it and they light the fire. Be ready to burn their fighting spirit again.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. And maybe you can share about next photo.
Oh yeah, this is one of the situation of the learning process.
Oh yeah.
At the left one with black T-shirt is one of Binusian.
Oh, yes, Binusian also.
He's the mentor of the Future Center also.
Oh,
so if one of Binusian wants to join to become a mentor,
just let me know.
Join. Yeah. Because I'm a Binusian also.
Oh yeah, you're
2014.
Oh okay, yeah. An alumni also.
Yeah, alumni.
Yeah. And you can share about the next photo, like.
Okay, all right.
It's fun activity.
Yeah, this is we call it Fish Sport Day. So it's like I said before that the activities at sport, we used to play soccer together or basketball together at public holiday. So it's kind of fun activities outside the learning school subjects.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do they like compete each other,
Yeah, compete in good way, I think.
In a good way.
It's
because like kids they try to brag about getting higher score maybe or something like that.
I think competition is exists there, but in a fun way, I think. Yeah. About competition is about one thing that we also must learn in our life, how to compete sportive, but compete and how to be a winner by showing up our power, not showing up other weakness.
Okay,
yeah.
And how about the next photo?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So this is your recent achievement.
Yeah, my latest achievement for being the new element of the year 2018. So this photo was taken in Bali.
Oh yeah.
At my quarantine. May. At May.
At May. Oh,
yeah,
just,
at May.
Just this year, yeah.
Just this year. 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
2 months ago, yeah.
And in the next photo, yeah, this is the golden moment.
Yeah, this is the golden moment. Is a moment that Elman give an announcement that the winner is from DKI Jakarta, and
the winner is you.
It's me. Then it's my prayer. I said in my prayer that if I get the responsibility to be the new element of the year, I want to take my hands up like Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. That it's my precious moment because I want to show that all of my achievement is not of my strength, but it is all about grace and responsibility. So for being the new element of the year, for me is a huge opportunity, not only for my popularity only, but it's about how to give my impact, how to expand my coverage in sharing to the youth generation.
Oh, yeah. What are the activities that you anticipate relating to Element of the Year?
Okay, for being the new Element of the Year, I'll be the host of the Element Health channel, which is on progress. And also, now I'm also developing my own vlog, which is Fire Vlog. The name is Fire Vlog. It's about education vlog. So I upload it at my Instagram and YouTube.
Oh, so everything related to education or
education and youth empowerment.
Youth empowerment, yeah.
In a fun way.
In a fun way. Be sure to check that out, smart viewers. And the last photo, I believe. Yeah, maybe you can share
Okay. It's the first section of the grand final.
Oh.
So I was given a challenge to explain to the audience what is the relation between stress and our health.
Oh.
So I was given about 90 seconds to present something. Then Aruntung and Fitrop helped me to demonstrate it.
Oh, so try to take the challenge of like public speaking.
Yeah,
and,
public speaking and presenting.
What are experiences about public speaking? Did you get used to like speak a lot in front of the public, you know, like that big audience, or have you had any experience related to that, or just, you know, you're quite used to that, or
about public speaking is, I think it's a process, yeah. Actually, I used to speak in front of people every day at the Visual Center.
Oh yeah, okay.
Angry to them, motivate them, but I think it gives me an opportunity to learn in small steps. So once I get an opportunity to speak, in front of
Like
bigger audience, yeah, it makes me more comfy and more have self-confidence, because one thing, when I do public speaking, I don't speak something that not come from my heart. I only speak what come from my heart, what experience, how I was dropped down, and how I can bounce back again. So when we do public speaking that really come from our heart, yeah, we can do it in a better way and could give the real encouragement for the audience.
Okay, yeah. So maybe you have some, you know, like message to smart viewers who are, you know, like maybe want to compete in the similar competition, or you know, just try to give motivation, you know, like to get motivation.
Okay, my message is, please be grateful and realize that every of us is given a fire, which is a talent. A talent, yeah. Every of us has a talent. That it's a grace. It's our responsibility to take care of it, to expand our capacity. And one thing, the successful person is the one that can use it to make an impact for other people.
Oh yeah, so thank you so much, Ivan,
thank you for
joining our talk show and try to share your inspiration to the smart viewers.
My pleasure.
Good luck ahead on your projects, and, you know, like related to Visual Center and Element of the Year also. Yeah. So we've come to the end of the show, unfortunately, but be sure to check other special episodes of Face to Face at the same time and day. Until then, I'm William, signing off. Bye-bye.